Welcome. In a previous video I talked about hooking a solar panel up to this 1997 Land Cruiser to keep the battery charged, but I think I have a parasitic draw. So what I've done is I have a multimeter here, and this is a cheap Harbor Freight multimeter. I say cheap, it's free. I have the red wire hooked into the 5 ACD and the black into the COM, and then I have this on the 5 amp setting. And I have this in line with the terminals here. So I actually just have this clamp on here because that goes to here. So I have this hooked up to negative, and then I have the clamp hooked up to positive. And I have 0.02 amps right now. So that would be, I think it's 20 milliamps is what that would be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull fuses and watch for that number to drop. I also have gone in here and I put a clamp on this switch. Made sure the clamp was kind of angled down so it wasn't going to twist that. If I had a smaller clamp, I'd probably use it. And then I also put a cloth on the end because you'll scratch yourself on that. So I've got that there. I'm going to start pulling fuses. I'm going to see if anything drops the amp draw. Okay, so I have the battery here. I've been pulling fuses here, and we have 0.02. And when I pull this fuse here, number 10, which according to this is the dome fuse, it's a 10 amp fuse. So I've been taking my needle nose pliers here. This is kind of hard to do while I'm holding the camera. I pull that out. And that drops to 0.01. And that says it's the dome. It could be running other things. I don't know. So I'll probably investigate that. I'm going to pull some more fuses and see if anything else causes it to drop. Also, interestingly, there's a little bit of corrosion down there on the right hand side terminal there. So I don't know if that's related to this or not. So I pulled the rest of these smaller fuses out. These larger ones I couldn't get out easily, so I'm going to leave those. So now I'm going to move inside to the fuses under the dash, which is right here. So unfortunately, I'm working for myself, and it'd be easier to have two people, one to read the meter, but I got to pull these one at a time and then check what they are. So, and I think the chart's here on the back of the panel here. I'll get a good video of this in case you're missing your panel, so you can look at that. So when you're checking parasitic load or on a vehicle, when you pull a fuse out, it can drop the load. And then when you put it back in, it could like start a computer back up, so you may see it jump there. So you do have to pay attention to that. There are other ways to check this. This isn't necessarily on the best ways to do this test, but I'm just showing it on my vehicle because if I find something leaking, it may be the same on your Land Cruiser. So I'll pull these out and I'll let you know what I find. So I checked everything under the dash here. I put the meter up on the windshield so I could see it inside, and I pulled everything out and nothing changed the meter at all. So I'm going to go back to this dome one here. I'm curious how that works. So I'll go in here. I'm going to take this off. So then the dome light, I'll turn the dome light on. So we have that on door now. We have 1.3 now. So if I go down here and pull this, it's down to 0.1 or 0.01, and the dome light's off. I'm not sure what else this may change, so I'm going to connect the battery back up and see if anything else quits working. So I did some checking and I took it out, started the ignition or turned the accessories on, and the radio wasn't working. So this must also work with the radio. So one thing I could do next would be to try to disconnect the radio and see if that takes away the draw. Also, I could check all my dome light circuits. I know I have a wire back here. This has like electrical tape around it, so I don't know if there's anything shorting out here. Although that doesn't seem like it would be causing a problem because that works okay. But that's all for this video. I may investigate this more and make some new videos, but this is just one way to track down a parasitic draw. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.